Since we know what's happening around the world now, let's bring it back home here to our home state, Arizona, find out what's going on. It's time for the state news. Now here on the update, we like to keep you in the know on what's happening around you here in our backyard. Because maybe you're catching us live on your phone at hyfntv.com, maybe on social media, maybe you're checking us out on our Roku channel, that's hyfntv. Maybe you're checking us out on demand at your own convenience. But no matter what, no matter how you get your news from us, it's our mission here on the update to break down the news in Arizona in the most relevant and meaningful way for you, our viewers. Thank you. Now today here on the update, we are going to catch you up on current events happening around Arizona, election news and how to vote, as well as a fun segment we like to call Motivational Mondays. There's a lot to get to, so let's get right into it. Now, very first up, you guys might remember a couple of weeks ago, we brought to your attention the executive orders that our current governor, Doug Ducey, had drafted and signed, filling the gap in the Yuma border wall that had not been completed during the Trump administration. Now, our governor, who was in business and known for building the ever-so-famous ice cream brand Cold Stone Creamery, put his get-it-done businessman hat on and filled the gaps in the border wall with shipping containers, closing a very busy 3,800-foot gap in the Yuma border. Now, one would think that the federal government might send Arizona a thank you card, as Arizona pays more to the federal government than we receive back. But maybe that's for another day on another show. Well, Arizonans, we've just got a trespassing letter last Friday in response from the Bureau of Reclamation, which oversees the area where the containers were placed. It stated that the unauthorized placement of the containers constitutes a violation of federal law and is considered trespassing. The department said the containers are harming federal lands and resources, and their placement interferes with the Biden administration's plans to close gaps in the border fence in that area. The Bureau asked Ducey to remove the existing containers and to stop placing any new containers there. So let's talk tax money for a second. You know, tax money, that chunk that comes out of everyone's check. The containers cost Arizona taxpayers $6 million. Now, according to our governor, this money was spent to help stop the free flow of trafficking of drugs, human trafficking, and other illegal activities that cost Arizonans much more than $6 million. Now, we looked at many different sources to pinpoint the estimated cost of the free flow of illegal immigration. Fair US said it is costing Arizona over $14 billion a year in one report. The National Academy of Science had a much lower number in the hundreds of millions of dollars per year. But regardless of either cost, certainly our governor felt it was a worthy expenditure. Ducey's office said Friday that they are reviewing the letter. We will keep you posted on how this plays out, but super interesting that the federal government trying to trespass Arizona for what could be seen as a big help. I guess we won't hold our breaths on that thank you card. And if you had any outdoor activities planned this past weekend, if you were in town, you know what we're talking about. Unless you were dodging raindrops, you probably had to postpone or cancel, as Arizona got some much needed rain this weekend. We don't get too much rain here in the valley, so let the flooding begin. This weekend, a lot of homeowners found leaks that they didn't know they had. And a lot of folks will find out today if they have flood insurance, as flooding took place in nearly every corner of the valley. Moving on, Governor candidate Kari Lake was asked if she would accept the election results in her race, and she answered with this quote, "I'm going to win the election and accept that result." Well, headlines started exploding all over the country stating that she would not accept the results. Here at the update, we reached out to Ross Trumbull, Lake's communications director, for a comment. He let us know she stands by her quote and will let us know if they have anything to add to that. Well, that's that. We don't editorialize anything here on the update when we bring you the current affairs. We just bring you the news, we report it, and then you decide. That's why we're your 2022 election news leaders. Now don't go away. After this break, we will go over how, where, when, and how to vote this upcoming election season.